Hey guys, Boogly here, and welcome to Pro Tips Episode 2. Now, I know it's been a little while since I made one of these, but I have a few other Pro Tips videos in the works, so hopefully it doesn't take me so long to come out with another one. Anyway, today's topic of discussion is going to be how to improve your aim. Now, no matter what skill level you're at, whether you're casual to competitive, anywhere in between, there's always room for improvement. And when talking about aim, you can break it down to three categories, which are recoil control, spread management, and target acquisition. So, first things first, recoil control. This is one of the most common themes that they have in any other how to improve your aim video, where you basically go into an empty server with your favorite weapons, you shoot some walls and look at the recoil patterns, you try to counter them, and there you go. Now, this is a very effective means of learning new weapons, or refining your skills with a weapon you've already used quite extensively. But one common mistake that many players will make that they don't realize is that they don't have the optimal sensitivity set for them. They'll either copy the sensitivity from another player, or they'll have their sensitivity be too high or too low without realizing it. So, how do you find the optimal sensitivity for you? Unless you're an elite sniper that likes to do their 720 no-scope ladder stalls, that's completely up to you. But if you have a more aggressive playstyle, you want a higher sensitivity to have faster twitch shots between targets, and if you play more defensive, you'd want to have a lower sensitivity to be able to control recoil better and take out targets at a distance. Now, when finding what sensitivity works best for you and your playstyle, since everyone's different, all you need to look at is how effectively you can turn around, or do a 180-degree turn in hipfire. Whether you find it too high or too low, you want to adjust this accordingly by approximately 1 to 3 centimeters per day, or just a little bit on the slider bar if you play on console. And throughout this process, your goal is to find the lowest sensitivity possible that you can use while still being able to turn around effectively, and thus this will give you the most effective way to control your recoil, because it's easier to control recoil with a lower sense than it is to control with a higher sense, especially at range. Next up is spread management. This could also be referred to as your accuracy, or how well you can take out multiple targets with one magazine, and how fast you can kill a target at a distance, things like that. Now, there's a multitude of factors that can affect how your spread is. You can be using rifles, carbines, PWs, you can have different attachment combinations, whether you're strafing or standing still, things like that, whether you're suppressed or not. All these things affect your spread. And the goal of spread management is to optimize your DPS, or your damage per second of how you're firing your weapon, to how much bloom or how much spread you have when you're shooting. You could very easily find yourself lost in the hundreds, if not thousands, of combinations of weapons, attachments, and different scenarios you could find yourself in, but I plan on saving that for a breakdown in my weapon attachment video, which is currently in the works, where I'll discuss my preferred weapon loadouts on different types of guns for different playstyles. But I'll give you one example with my bread and butter, the AEK 971. So let's say you have two scenarios. In the first one, you're playing in close quarters. Well, in close quarters, to optimize your damage per second and your time to kill, you're bound to fire off a few extra shots because recoil and spread aren't as much of an issue, so running an attachment like the stubby grip would make sense. So this way you can take out multiple targets back to back. But if you're playing at more of a medium range, recoil takes a higher priority due to the AEK's 3-shot multiplier, so you're more bound to run the angled rip because you want to control that recoil easier and stay on target, and trying to optimize your damage per second is not as big of a concern as it would be in close quarters. That's just one example, but when it all comes down to it, spread management is a combination of trial and error with lots of practice. And to finish off the trifecta, we have target acquisition. Now, this is something that even I struggle with from time to time, but after you have control over your recoil and spread, and you found the optimal sensitivity for you, target acquisition is really easy to excel in. Now, this consists of a few things such as your reaction time, your ability to twitch or switch between targets, and your target prioritization. For target prioritization, let's say you enter a room with more than 3 enemies, and you have to see which one has the highest threat of killing you. Generally, it's the person that's looking at you, and you go try to take them out first, and you go in the order of threat. Because there's times where, let's say you're in the middle of a gunfight, you're shooting at someone that doesn't know you're there, and they're running away from you, but in the middle of that gunfight, someone rounds the corner, and they're already in at you. you have to make the split-second decision. Should I try to finish off this kill and switch to the next target, or should I take out this immediate threat and then switch back? This just comes with playing the game and learning and kind of getting a feel for who you're playing against when you're playing in servers. Whether you're playing against really skilled players or maybe some of them that might be a little more oblivious. Now, with your Twitch aim, this kind of is based off your reaction time, but this also relates to having a sensitivity that you don't change. I used to change my sensitivity every other day, trying to figure out what worked, what didn't work, but now I've stuck with the same sensitivity of 400 DPI and 14% in-game for about 4 months now. And the reason for this is that you build up muscle memory. And along with using, let's say, like a red dot or a cobra or anything with a one-time zoom, you build up a muscle memory having good react control over your hip fire and your aim down sights. This allows you to have to improve your Twitch aim, where you can switch between target to target to target without over-aiming or under-aiming where you're missing shots. And then this comes into the final part, which is your reaction time, which is something that's difficult to improve. Some people have higher reaction time than others. This can also be affected by age. But overall, target acquisition I find is one of the things that I struggle with the most. But it is also one of those things that you can improve if you take note in trying to break bad habits to improve your gameplay. So, that'll conclude today's episode of Pro Tips. Any ideas you guys have for future videos, just post in the comment section down below. Feedback would be much appreciated. Now, this series has a lot of potential where it doesn't need to stay just hit videos. I could continue to do more breakdowns of kill streaks like I had in my first one, or if you have any new ideas, let me know, because I can do a lot with the series. It's just me with all my time that I have in Battlefield giving simple tips and tricks to help you guys out. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.